Hi Libra, and welcome to your What Your Spirit Guides want you to know timeless tarot reading. All the decks that I'm using are listed in the description below. This reading will look at how your guides are viewing you at the time that you view this reading and any advice that they want to offer you about different areas of your life at this time. So Libra, let's see what comes through for you. How are your guides viewing you at this time? Ooh, man, Libra, I just have to say this. Whether it is the weekly reading, like spiritual healing, all over the place, I am always getting this love, this union for Libra, okay? And right now, the way your guides are viewing you is in this light. So whether you're in a relationship or not, this to me is really your guides giving you, Libra, the confirmation that, you know, this type of the type of union that you desire, like this is a confirmation that that is meant for your journey this lifetime. Okay, now for some of you, it could be that you've fixated on a very specific person that you believe is the other half of this sacred union. And, you know, nobody wants to hear it, but for some of you, this is your guide saying, no, that's not the person. That's why you're not together. That's why it didn't work out. That's why you're blocked at every turn. That's why there's obstacles and challenges. That's why that relationship is not happening. It is not the one for you. Okay? It's not. And I'm sorry if you're like, screw you, bitch, I'm out. That's the truth, and I'm not going to lie to you because, you know, I will tell you this, who I thought was my sacred union. I spent, 11 years of my life with the person. I actually met them when I was 23, and I'm 40 now, and we've only truly been apart for 2 years. So, like, most of my life, half of my life, minus 3 years, I knew this person. And then for 11 of, those whatever years, he was my honey pie, like my everything. So, but now 2 years after the breakup, I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, I see why there's a better fit for me out there, even if I haven't met him yet. And I accept and I surrender. And in that place, oh my gosh, it has brought me so much relief, because when there is nothing but obstacle and challenge, that is your sign that it is not the right thing for you. At least not right now. It's either outright not the right thing for you, or there's a lot of vibrational work that needs to be done on your behalf or the behalf of the other person. Most likely both, before you guys can come together and align. So with this coming out, Libra, it's saying there is this love intended for you this lifetime, no question about it. It's just you've got to change your mind a bit about maybe who you think that person is or how that can happen for you. It's like surrender. If you're already in a relationship and, you and your partner are butting heads and it's not like we want to break up or we're having all these crazy betrayals going on, this coming out is saying if you shift your energy and focus back to why you fell in love in the first place and not get caught up on all the nuances of what is displeasing to you, what you don't like about your partner, all the things they do that frustrate you and irritate you, if you switch back to focusing on why you fell in love with them, that will change everything, okay? You can't change another person. You can only change what you're doing. And when you change what you're doing, your energy changes, okay? And, some of you, maybe in that mode, you're like, you know what? I just don't feel like this relationship is fixable. And if that's the truth you come to, you've got to be real with yourself and have the courage and strength to make the change in your life so that you can shed and move forward. Because for Libra, your guides really want you to know that this right here is meant for you. And if you don't have it, what's holding you back from it? It's not the universe. It's not anything that you think. It's your own mind, your own thought about it. So how does that relate to you? Okay, so let's pull more cards and see what areas of life besides this that they would like to discuss with you. And I've not predetermined these areas. It's totally open to your guides and what they want to talk to you about the most. Okay, well, there's our first two. So we're going to draw 4. All right, so our first one out is the gift, the bouquet. This is either gifts that you are giving or gifts that you are receiving. Something about gifts. And now we have the whip, or the birch. This is something that stings, okay? It's something that hurts. So right now, so far, they want to talk to you about gifts and then something that has hurt you. This right here is about news coming in, a message, maybe one that you're waiting on, one that you've already received, or some action that you need to take. And lastly, the key, which is all about solutions and not feeling trapped and being able to be free. So we're going to draw an oracle card for each one of these to further clarify, but I'm going to draw it from different decks. And this here I feel like is Whispers of Love. So let's see what the Whispers of Love have to add to the gift here. All right. We got 2. Ha 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 ha. Forgiveness. Nothing can be gained by holding on to past disappointments. You are limitless. Recognize this truth. You can do anything you choose to do. So Libra, this right here, this gift, some of you, this is your guide saying, Libra, it is a gift that you give to yourself to forgive. Forgiveness is a gift that you give to yourself. And yes, you can do this. I don't care how stubborn you are. You can do this. And it's, you know, forgiveness is not saying what you did is right and you are free to roam back into my life. That is not what forgiveness is at all whatsoever, okay? Forgiveness is truly about you forgiving the person, not the behavior, okay? Because there's some things that just, they're not forgivable. And what I mean by that is, you know, we all have our end all no repair situations, right? If you do this to me, end all no repair, I know myself, and I might be able to, you know, move on with life, but I will never be able to move on with life with you close to me if you do this. That's end all no repair, okay? So yes, there is that, but every single one of us has hurt others, has done things we regret, have been selfish, and we have caused deep hurts in others where we've wanted to be forgiven for what we've done, right? Because we've had regret and remorse. So you've got to remember that. Always forgive the person. Forgive them. And that doesn't mean you let them back in your life, but that you're no longer holding yourself to the anger, the hurt, the bitterness, the hatred, the revenge, like whatever is stirring inside of you that needs forgiven. Like, you know, you let that go. You free yourself from that, okay? And we have being freed right here. So you free yourself from that when you forgive. And it's just, it's for you. It's not for that person. Some of you, this is, you know, about a relationship. It could be romantic, 100, or this could be like a friendship or a family ship where it will be a gift to you, Libra, if you allow forgiveness and mend those bridges. if it was not something that's end all no repair or continued abuse towards you, it might be time to build a bridge between you and that person and let forgiveness in and know that, you know, you can do this and it will happen and you're strong and it's a choice. Okay, so it's a real fine line with that. You know, some of you need to forgive and let somebody back in, but it's not because they have continually taken advantage of you and hurt you and abused you over and over. That person who's done that to you, that's the type of forgiveness where you free yourself from that energy altogether and let them go on their merry little way. Okay, but those where it's about, you know which relationships need mended and which ones need to be forgiven and released. Okay, so big time guides talking about that, saying that it will be the greatest gift that you give to yourself. And for some of you where this forgiveness is more about mending, it's the greatest gift you can give to that person. But if it's about forgiveness to release, that is the greatest gift you can give to yourself when it comes to that person. Okay, so for the whip, let's see, what am I feeling for the whip? Let's go with the Wicca. Let's see what's going on with this whip. All right, so we have the animal animal totem coming out for you. So I get with this pairing is you receive intuitive nudges, you get signs, you get synchronicities about different things, but you don't pay attention to that and you still act, and it has like a bad effect. So if you are having a feeling like this isn't going to work out or this isn't going to go so well or I shouldn't do this or whatever, you should really listen to that and not let anybody convince you otherwise, because I feel like you're getting signs and synchronicities on which way you need to go and what you need to do. But if it's not in alignment to what you have in your mind of what you want, you kind of like disregard it, and then it brings you pain. And this is your guide saying, listen, you know, even if you don't like the message you're being given from us, you know, it's helping you out. If it's a positive message, you're open to it. Yeah, I'm on board. But if it's like, hey, you're not listening to us, you're not paying attention to us, that's why this is happening. We're giving you the guidance that you asked for, but you're going, you know, with your own will, with what you feel in your mind is what you want, and you do have the free will, so you can every time, but you know, it's going to burn you every time. It's time for you to pay attention to the signs and synchronicities, you know, people's energy. What are their actions? What are the things they're not saying to you? You know, when you pay attention to somebody's energy, you learn a whole lot more than if you're only caught up in what they're telling you. You know, and more if you pay attention to all their actions, you know, you learn a whole lot more. And so this to me is like, if it's in alignment to what you want, you're going to go with it. But if it's going against your grain or what you want, you're going to disregard it, and you're going to just keep moving forward. And your guides are saying you're going to get the same result every time. Sometimes you've got to change and go a different direction, even if that's not what you want or what you think you need to do, because that's going to ultimately lead you to what you're seeking. Okay, if you're doing the same thing and getting the same result over and over, it doesn't work. It's never going to. You've got to know that you have the strength within to transform, to change, to go in a new direction. All right, so let's move on to the messenger, and I'm going to use Gaia for that. Let's see what the messenger is about, or the writer, I should say. All right, yes, look at this. We have a healing heart, reconnecting with your true nature, Libra. This goes right along with that forgiveness and that being a gift to yourself. Now, because this is paired up with the writer, I'm of two minds. This, or I should say three actually, this is either somebody trying to mend with you, and you can mend with them if they aren't end all no repair type of stuff. You could probably let them back in, but if they are that end all no repair type of behavior, then allow the mending to take place between the two of you so that you can free yourself, but make it very clear that even though there's no longer any bad energy between the two of you, that they are not welcome in your space because they are not safe. If it's like they've had 25 million chances, this next chance, no matter how much they're begging, they're not going to change. It's not going to be different. We've already established that here, okay? Now, for others of you, this is where it's time for you to reach out to somebody to mend that bridge, okay? And let the forgiveness happen. Now, for others of you, this is really 100% about hearing something somewhere. It could be this reading. It could be something inspirational you listen to. But you need to do whatever it takes to reconnect to your heart space inside. Okay, your true self, the essence of who you are. Because in that space, Libra, it's like you are somebody else entirely. You vibrate in such a big and powerful way. I feel like it's like some relationships have just been really strained for you guys. And look at this is card 33 and this is 33. The solution to your problems, the thing to set you free is the healing, the connecting to your true nature, the truth of who you are, what you believe, no matter what anybody else has to say, having the determination that you are worth it and you want to heal every hurt inside, do the forgiveness, the release, so that you can be free. The rider, it moves you forward, okay? So with the key here, I'm going to pull some conscious spirit and see what comes out with that. All right. The present. Look at that. I fully experience every moment of my life by living in the present. Yes, this is card 23. So we have 33 and 23. It's time to let go of the past. Whoever this is that hurt you, it's time to heal that energy and release. It's a gift that you give to yourself. And by allowing yourself to become present in the moment and loving what is now, okay? Even if it's not what has been or what you hope to be, finding a way to love what is now sets you free. It brings forth the solutions that you are seeking in your life. This is very powerful pairing of cards, okay? This whole reading, Libra, really connect to your true essence. Allow the forgiveness where it needs to take place. Have the courage and strength to make a change where it needs to happen, where the same thing over and over and over again is not making any difference. Mend the relationships in your life that truly need that mending, and forgive and release the others that need that type of clearing from your life, okay? So let's pull some wisdom of the House of the Night to see what gifts and blessings your spirit guides are trying to bring you at the time of this reading. This is fuego right here. Pure fire. Yeah, Libra, this is saying whoever that person is that just, no, it is time. This is them telling you confirmation. They are never going to change. That person is never, ever going to change. No matter how much you love, no matter how much you give, no matter how much you wish, no matter how much you're there for them, they're not going to change. It's who they are. The only thing that you can change is yourself and the choices that you make. And your guides are really trying to help you with this and move beyond this lesson, beyond this energy, okay? Because you're ready for a new experience. You're ready for the real deal. And, yeah. Oh, goodness. And look at this. Denial. Denial. Libra. Yes. This, whatever relationships don't work out for you, they're in that end all no repair type of energy, even though you know you really have a lot of hope and love or whatever for it. Still, this is the goddess saying, beautiful Libra, listen here to me. This is always going to be the same fruit. It is never going to ripen beyond what you've already had. And I have something else for you, but you've got to decide that that's what you want instead. Because as long as you're waiting for the past, you're looking at the past, you're holding on to the past, you're not healing the past, you're living in the past. And I cannot bring you any blessing, any abundance in the present because you don't exist here. Okay? Big time message with that. There's a better relationship for you. I promise that. So let's see, Libra. I'm going to pull some clarity on both of these. A rune. Okay. So with this here, this is like endurance and survival and determination. So this is like, even though you have continually received the same result over and over, it's like you're steadfast in that. And this being a blessing is where, again, your guides are trying to get you out of that cycle, out of that pattern, because it's not serving you. And the present is calling you. There is something that is, you know, meant for you that is just about ripe, and you've got to get on board. So let's pull a rune for this denial. So this is about healing and renewal, the life energy, organic growth. Yeah, there is something so much better for you. Don't reach for this low-hanging fruit, Libra. Don't reach for it. You have something much better being offered to you, and your spirit guides are so with you, trying to help you move through this energy and let the past go. Heal, know your power, because there's a beautiful, beautiful love up ahead, whether it's romantic, it's friendship, it's reconnection with relationships that you know need to be mended, not the ones that need to be, you know, forgiven and released. Know the difference between the two. That's so key with this reading. Haha, so key, right? So Libra, those are your messages from your spirit guides. They have spoken, and you know, I hope that this has helped you, and I am wishing you all the best. Take care.